on the second Steamkin, and then that's 8. That's almost lethal if he just decides to go face, depending on what Hesselman has. The thing with Chandra, the thing with the 2 G2s is that will only put him up to 8 power on board.
Playing a Steamkin. No, yeah, playing the G2.
He needs to find the 1 more damage. Going in for 6. At least this way.
Oh.
Now we're cooking with gas. Checks the top card, passes turn. All Yumbari needs to find now is a lightning strike, and this game's as good as over. This match is as good as over.
This I didn't see that they had experimental frenzy in the hand.
I might miss that as well, but then again, you've always just got to assume that they have it, right?
Yeah.
I totally don't have experimental frenzy.
So, Kaya's Wrath.
Don't think Kaya's Wrath is good enough here. I mean, he has to play it if he gets it.
Draws the turn. Another
Not
Teferi.
Teferi. I don't think that's enough.
He could. Okay.
He has to draw.
Okay, he's gonna draw to play the other Teferi to tuck the frenzy. Okay, draws another card, looking for the answer. Yep.
And there is the concession. Mind Stage taking that match.
Wow. That was a big play by William. Whew.
So Mind Stage has 1 point as far as I know. The other 2 games, we don't know how they went. Of course, Mind Stage only needs to win 2 of the matches just to... in order to make it through to become the Boutique Semester Star Champions of 2019.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big play.
So, William doing his job. Congratulations. However, Dragon's Lair with 2 players could still pull it back. We are having some sleeve shift over, and those channel fireballs tell me that we could be looking at some Joel Larson plays right now. And it appears that that is exactly what we're going to get.
Okay, strap in, boys.
Get yourself ready for this one. We're going to watch some actual pro players. Not to say that everyone here hasn't been doing amazing today, but, you know, you get a little bit starstruck in a weird way watching professional people play this game that you've played for so long.
Indeed, indeed. All right. If
Although
I've
heard there were a fair few people that have made pro. Of course, Joel is just the most high-profile one.
I see green.
This is the blue-green steel deck. Oh, but what's the score though? I need to know. If there's any chance we.
This is
Ah. Yeah.
Landmore Elf.
And it appears to be 1-0.
Wild Growth Walker, pass turn. This is going to go fast.
It appears to be 1-0 up to Joel Larson. Elvish Rejuvenator on 3. Finding a forest. Mind Stage.
2 Wild Growth Walkers.
2 Wild Growth Walkers and in for 1. Both playing very quickly and very efficiently here. Joel draws a card. There's a breeding pool.
No, there's
a Nissa.
Okay, here we go.
Oh. This is so refreshing. In with the 3/3 forest. Followed by Branch Walker. We actually have the deck list for this one. Oh, this is great. So, it does appear that Joel is indeed on the blue-green theft deck.
Bulgaria mid-range here.
Where is... He's running 2 Enchanting Melodies. It almost looks like Sultai mid-range without running black. You have your typical shell like Hydrocrisis, Elsh Branch Walker, Jade Light Ranger, Wild Growth Walker. But then you also run Tamio and Enchanting Melody and Nissa. So perhaps this could be... This seems so strange, but I like it. I suppose taking advantage of the fact that if your first deck choice is obviously Esper,
Yeah.
and your second deck choice is obviously mono red,
Yeah.
the color that you have left, is going to be green. And if you just you can just play every single green card you could possibly want to have access to, and just play some mono green. Branch Walker going in, trading with one of the Wild Growth Walkers. Down comes a Jade Light Ranger. Flips Enchanting Melody. Now, this appears to be what the deck is mostly built around. Just ramping up into large Enchanting Melodies to be able to steal anything that they
Massacre
could
Girl.
possibly want.
Taking
Massacre
away
Girl.
everything. Wow.
And that's all gone. Wow, Massacre Girl really showing off her power there. Crisis X2, drawing a card, gaining a life.
Oh, nice to see some new cards here.
Wow, this is... Well, is that Finale of Revelation in that... Is that one of the finales in his hand? Does he run Finale? Or am I seeing things? And that is Joel scooping it up. Oh, it's Dreadhorde. Is he on Command the Dreadhorde? He has Command the Dreadhorde in the sideboard. Yes. Do you need him back? So,
Sideboarding.
wow.
Or is it finished?
No, they are going on to game 3.
Alright.
Yes. So, Mind Stage currently up 1 against Dragon's Lair, at least from the game that we saw. We don't know what's happened on the next table along, but it's 1-1 between Larson and Lane. Okay, I guess they didn't want the deck list back. What are we seeing in the sideboards here?
So Hampus is running at 2 Thrashing Bontodon, 2 Cast Downs, 2 Moment of Craving, 2 Obniculous Cruelty, 2 Duress, 1 Commander Dreadhorde, 1 Nissa who shakes the world, and 1 Crucible of Worlds.
From Joel here, we're seeing 2 Negate, 1 Vivian Reed, 2 Forced Landing, 3 Thrashing Brontodon, 2 Wild Growth Walker, 1 The Immortal Sun, 1 River's Rebuke, 1 Planewide Celebration, and 2 Enchanting Melody. This is mono green ramp splashing blue to be able to take control of anything you want, and I am loving every minute of this. Both players cutting and presenting. Pretty standard Golgari mid-range opener hand for Hampus there. Joel? I mean, I don't know what's a pretty standard opening hand for this deck, to be honest.
Oh, this is very refreshing.
Hampus,
Let's see what happens.
Hampus going down to 6. Joel, I believe he's opted to keep.
He's opted to keep. Nothing to sniff about that. It's an expression that Dan has been saying that I really like.
The occasional British expression leaks into the general vocabulary of my friends,
Yeah.
and I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, there's nothing to sniff about that.
Joel,
Let's just see
presenting
that
to
deck
Kat.
list.
Wait, what? Okay, apparently he's not only he's accidentally flipped a card over when he's drawn his hand. Okay. That is something that a judge is going to have to be called over on, unfortunately.
Oh,
So what's happened is he's drawn his starting 6, and then he's accidentally seen what the 7th card is supposed to be.
does he have to multi-5? No? Okay.
I believe he has to shuffle his deck, though. Yes, he does.
With the warning, I presume?
I mean, I guess the thinking was that
Oh, thank you.
the thinking was that if he was going to keep that hand anyway, he'd be able to scry the card. But of course, he doesn't know unless he's looked at his hand and said that he's going to keep it if he wants to scry it. So I don't believe that would be an excuse to not shuffle. I believe it was Wild Growth Walker on top.
Yeah, it was. A good card.
Scry. Scry to top. Memorial Pass, says Joel. Land Elf Pass, says Hampus. Land Pass, says Joel. Land Shock into Jade Light? There's a Jade Light. Explore. Trophy to the yard. Landware Elves to the yard. 2 counters and pass. End step. Growth Spiral from Joel Larson. No land drop. That's pretty big. Small things like that. If your ramp deck is missing a land drop, I think whoever your opponent is going to be very happy. Another Jade Light Ranger. Vraska to the yard. Land to hand. Jolie draws a card. There's a Jade Light. Nissa?
Wow,
Landware
no
Elves.
lands.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Looking at that hand, deciding what he wants to do with it. I don't... Is Hampus stumbling on mana too? There's a Branch Walker. Yeah, both of them are kind of slow on the land
there's a
front.
land though.
Joel's
for
found his 3rd land. That might make up for lost time here. Rejuvenator. Into the top 5. Plays a land tapped. Shuffles his not shuffles. Puts them all to the bottom. Draw for Hampus. Goes in. Probably doesn't take a trade here. 3 and 6 is only 6 damage.
Nissa. Vivian Reed, sorry. Sorry about that.
I know someone who's going to be very angry with you about that. Takes up, finds Carnage Tyrant.
Well, good old Carney boy.
I believe that Hampus is supposed to move the Lamore Elves forward. In terms of coverage rules, anyway. I don't think he's allowed to have his Lamore Elves with his lands. But I can't confirm that. Nissa comes down. Animates a forest.
Boop.
Draws a card. Another Carnage Siren. Vivian's going to make finding that 6th mana easier. Takes Field of Ruin.
Go ahead, boy.
I mean,
Field
won't be able to
ruin.
blow up the basic forest, but...
Huh?
Command the Dreadhorde has seen play. Here comes back. Oh wow! Oh lord, that's a lot of. That's a lot of presence. Two planeswalkers, 2 creatures, 6 mana, and I believe that costs him 13 life to do. Wow. I believe that was 13 life. It was 5 for the Nissa, 4 for the Vraska, 1 for the Llanowar Elves, 3 for the Jade Light. Does he have Wild Growth Walker in play? Yes, he's down to 3. Takes him using his own Nissa, using Joel Larson's Nissa against him. Destroying the blocker. Getting all in at Joel. Assassin's Trophying before blocks. And that should do it. That is the concession. And Mind Stage has taken it.
Mind Stage took the win.
Mind Stage, congratulations to Mind Stage, our BUM champions for 2019. Well done, gentlemen. That was very well fought.
That was... I'm a bit... I was so into the game, I forgot to speak. That was some...
That was some really mesmerizing magic right there.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
You made sense considering the entrancing melody and the mass manipulation sort of thing. No, but Command the Dreadhorde to get the win like that.
Oh, herregud.
That was really something. It's
What
nice
happened?
to see. I loved watching the Command the Dreadhorde decks today.
Oh,
yeah. Vestaros's Niklas, of course, decided to play the 4-color Dreadhorde list today. I might just see if I can loan that and play a bit of Standard, because it just seems like such a fun thing to do. Be able to just spend 6 mana and regain complete control of the board. Of course, this wasn't a dedicated Dreadhorde shell, but to be able to just have the 1 card in the sideboard to bring in and just go, okay, well, sure, I'm going to go to 3, but I know you don't play Lightning Strike. And in exchange for that, I'm going to go ahead and have 2 Planeswalkers and 2 creatures.
I mean, to comment some of the guys who...
We're getting a lot of messages right now.
Yeah, so... I have to say that Lane from My Stage played a very good, solid last game. He controlled it, he utilized on everything, and Commander Dreadhorde just finished it up. Went in there.
That was some very well played magic right there.
Yeah.
And congratulations to our viewers and our good friends in Gothenburg, and to the locals at Mind Stage. You did it. And I hope your team will soon be coming home with some wonderful big smiles and some big prizes. And it was very well fought.
Oh, yeah. And you heard how happy they was, were screaming down there, and were shouting and clapping hands.
Just 90% cheering as soon as that happened.
Yeah.
They won with Mono Red. The guy was obviously lucky. I mean, Mono Red, like, everyone loves to make fun of Mono Red.
It's a good deck. You can't argue with that.
It's not like it's entirely not skill based. You know, there are some plays that you really have to think about with Mono Red. I personally think that these wins were very well earned, and I understand that. Of course, you know, there can be mixed feelings about what side you wanted to support. But, you know, at the end of the day, we got some really, really solid games of Magic there. and we got to end the BUM not looking at Esper versus Mono Red, and I think we can all agree that's the happiest ending of all.
And that is luck, my friend.
We have one more thing to show you,
It's the final.
and that is the grand final of the SM. Now, of course, while we've been focusing on the BUM, some of the SM games have still been going on. We are not 100% sure who is going to be playing who, but I believe we will be getting that information very, very shortly.
Yeah, and to comment on the cruel one that says that people like to say that to play red deck is an easy win, but the thing is that if it was so easy, why wouldn't everybody play it? And it's because you have to know when to play and how to play with that deck, because yes, it hits to the face, but you also need to know when to relax and when to chill down, wait for the right play. I mean, we have seen a lot of plays that have been based on knowing how to face your opponent, like know how to play against Esper. I mean, Esper doesn't play so much counter spells after the War of the Sparks, but they play a lot of destruction, and you need to be prepared for that.
I think it's just a sort of stereotype that you just assume that if you play an aggressive red deck, the entire time all you're doing is just throwing spells at their face and hoping you win at some point. We saw plenty of games there where Esper was able to beat Mono Red because Mono Red had to try and work through some very difficult angles. We saw plenty of games where Mono Red was able to beat Esper, because Mono Reds had to try and achieve a board state where they could actually find their finisher in Experimental Frenzy or Chandra and just see the rest of the thing through.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if there's something on the opposite side of the table and you don't have the proper removal to deal with it because you've been chucking all the burn spells at their face, you're just going to lose. And I think that evidently some burn players have been able to play the burn deck better than other players.
I agree.
And we've clearly seen the results of that. We have, if you hear some echoing in the background, that is the announcement for the champions for the BUM, and they're going to have their little ceremony now. I wish I could cut over to see it to you, but we don't have a camera down in the field right now. So instead we shall just take a second to appreciate and enjoy it. Are you going to go see him? Checking any other comments in the chat. This version even has a get out of jail free card. Doesn't matter how poor you play when you can just draw Frenzy and win. I mean, I personally think I really enjoy the Explore package. I enjoy how the Jade Light Ranger Wild Growth. Okay, we're going to take a short break and we will be back very soon.
Peggy 12.
Just, you know, it could be worse.
Yeah.
You know?
So, no, the finals has not started yet. We are
We
about
have.
to go there right now.
We have.
Here we go.
This is the last stretch, my friends.
Yeah, here we go.
And we have 2 deck lists.
Thank you so much,
Thank
good
you very
sir.
much
Have a
to the
nice time.
judge.
Enjoy life. Yeah, there
Maybe
we
we should swap places because this is on your side and this is on my side.
go. Okay.
And then
I have Vidar Hegelman.
Oh,
Hesselman,
no.
sorry. What?
No way. Oh, this makes me so happy. That's an Arclight Phoenix deck in the finals, my boys.
All right.
We are looking at Arclight Phoenix
Versus
versus Esper.
Mid-range.
Esper,
No,
Esper Hero.
Esper Hero. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is actually Hesselman is playing Esper Super Friends.
But I see Hero.
Did you?
Hero.
I'm sorry.
The-
This
the
has been a long
The
day.
first name on the list is Hero Precinct 1. So, Arclight Phoenix has made it all the way to the finals. We saw a little bit of this deck earlier. Unfortunately, it lost out in one of the earlier rounds. However, it appears to have been good enough to take him all the way to the top 8 and all the way to the finals. So,
Wow.
the new version of Arclight Phoenix is really, really interesting.
What's new about it?
So it involves 2 new cards from War of the Spark, Augur of Bolas being one of them, allowing you to thin your draws out a little bit. And the other one is the red Finale of Promise. Now, Finale of Promise is interesting on its own because if you're able to pull it off for X2 in this deck,
Yeah.
you're effectively having a 1-card Phoenix trigger. Because you cast that, and then you cast the instant and the sorcery in
Oh,
your
wow.
graveyard for 2 or less, and that will let you immediately get all of your Phoenixes back into play with just 1 card.
Wow. Okay.
Those
That
are the
seems-
only War of the Spark cards that are in the deck, but I am very excited to be seeing this.
I want to know the sideboard as well.
Sideboard we can get to when it comes to game 2.
Okay.
Vidar's deck we've seen a few times already. He's the first on the standing, so he gets to go first. Jens draws a card. Now, I think the one thing you're probably the most scared about in this matchup,
Is he going to
Is
opt? Did he have an opt in his
Cry.
hand?
the one thing you're probably the most scared about in this matchup is Cry of the Canarium. Can you tell me if Vidar is running any main? I imagine not because
he is
of
not.
Hero.
He is not.
Does he have any board?
Yes, 2.
2 board, okay.
Cry.
Ensep Opt has a look at the card, puts it on the bottom.
Draws.
Draws a card. Apologies as well that we've had to bring our voices down a little bit.
Yes. Okay, turn 2.
Finale for 1 won't get Phoenix back in this matchup because you don't have any 1-drop sorceries. Finale for 2 will let you take any of your 1-drop instants or your 2-drop instants, and it will also let you take cards like Charter Course and Tormenting Voice, and I believe it will also let you take Discovery Dispersal and
Thought
Lava Coil.
Erasure.
So normally Finale X2. Thought Erasure, looking at the hand.
Do you take the...
I think you take I want to say you take the Finale here. Jens only runs 3, and I believe he's seen the deck list, Vidar, and he doesn't have any recursion to be able to get Finale back to hand. Is he going Discovery Dispersal?
Yep.
See, that's just it, you know. The Finale will literally be a copy of anything he's got in the graveyard. If he gets rid of Discovery Dispersal, that Finale is a Discovery Dispersal later. Oh, didn't see that in the other pile. That's Goblin Electromancer.
Chuck's Hero in the grave.
Untap from Jens and draw. This is
exciting.
this is really exciting.
See this.
I've never.
Main opt. Discovery.
Discovery Dispersal. Surveils 2. How many of those would you like to put into your graveyard, Jens?
Was it 1 or 2 Arclight? It was 1, right? Shout out to Sea Claw for following us.
Probably also worth noting, it appears Vidar has missed a land drop. Because Vidar would have gone first. Draws a card for turn. Steam Vents untapped, taking 2. Vidar has in fact missed a land drop.
No land?
Apologies in advance to chat as well. I know that we said that we'd keep an eye on you and answer some of your questions, but this is too exciting not to watch. Appears to be a draw go from Vidar. Joel hard casting the Phoenix, tapped and attacking, just not even waiting. That bird needs to fly. Tyrant Scorn before damage. He bounced it.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course he bounced it, because the kill spell is only for convert man cost 3 or less. Teferi. Oh, Teferi could cause, depending on the wording of Finale of Promise, Teferi could cause an issue. I'm not sure. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. But it's probably worth looking up. I believe because the...
Why can't you do it with the Teferi out?
So, it depends what the
It
wording...
was the big Teferi.
No, it was small Teferi. So
Oh yeah, of course it was. Oh my god.
Because with small Teferi, the wording on his static ability is that
I'm sorry,
you can only cast spells at any time you can cast a sorcery. Casting spells at sorcery speed means that you can only cast them if there aren't any other spells on the stack. Because Finale Resolving will put 2 spells onto the stack at the same time, both of them will check each other and see that they can't actually be cast.
Yep.
And I think that just stops Finale in its
it won't
tracks.
work. Let's see chat. So yeah. Chat confirms it doesn't work.
Chat does confirm it doesn't work.
Thank you, chat. 110 viewers right now watching us. Crackling Drake draws a card.
That has an Augur of Bolas off the top.
Flying in for a massive 3. The big boy Teferi.
Big Teferi.
Tucks it. 3rd from the top. Passes turn.
Untaps. Draws a card.
Another Arclight.
I'm assuming you just hit Teferi here, right? Well, why wouldn't you? No point in giving you an extra card. He has another Phoenix in hand as well as Finale. Of course,
Gora Spam
I imagine that
follows us twice. Thank you.
The spam guy follows us twice. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I imagine what Jens is worried
Another
about is
Arclight. There you go.
what Jens is worried about is Cry of the Canarium. But he must have seen the deck list in advance. Or I don't know if they are looking at each other's deck lists for this particular portion.
Well, what do you know? Teferi.
Goes in.
Basically, Teferi now acts as a soak point. Maybe if Lindbergh shoots down on Teferi.
How many cards is Vidar sitting on right now?
I think it's 1.
It's only 1 card.
Could be 2, but I don't think that.
That's worrying for him. Because at this point...
Arclight Phoenix is in the final.
I mean, he's got Finale in hand. That he
Looks
can.
like Oliver Ballas coming
He
down.
can.
Yep.
Yeah. Finale in hand can go X2. And then take Lightning Strike.
Lava Coil. Getting rid of the
Like-
Basilica Bellhounds.
So here's the thing. Jens could either go for Teferi here, or he sends both the Phoenixes. But alright, both Phoenixes to Teferi. What I was saying is he sends both Phoenixes face.
Is it another Orgo? Yep, another Ballas.
Another Augur boss. I think he'd rather set up here. I think he's
Tormenting Voice.
pretty confident that he's got this.
Opt and
Tormenting Voice, Opt. Going for Tormenting Voice so he has a 2-drop sorcery in the graveyard seems like a good play. Land Tormenting Voice, pitch Lava Coil? Or land Lava Coil, kill the Bellhorn?
Landy.
In for 3.
Hesselman is looking.
Plays another Bellhorn.
Well,
Hesselman.
Bellhound is not that great of a card if you think about it. Let's Lindbergh disc a potential Arclight Phoenix
In
to
this
the graveyard.
in this matchup, I don't think Bellhorn is as strong as you want it to be, but
think
the
it's
3
going
life
to-
is still nothing to be sniffed at.
Mm.
The-
Boycan9413, shout out for you for following us.
Not even following us, following SVM.
Yeah, but that's us.
That's us right now. Yeah. Down comes the mountain. There's the lava coil for the untapped
Pew pew.
Bellhorn.
4 into.
And this is Finale X2. You're really going to see the power of the card now. Finale X2. Lava coiling the Bellhorn and shooting him for 3. Now the Phoenixes are going to come in for another 6, as well as the Boluses for another
Oh.
2. And that is going to represent literally anything being lethal. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 damage. I believe that puts Vidar down to 2.
Smooth playing here by Lindbergh.
And there's the concession from Vidar.
Wow.
1-0
To the
to
Arclight.
Arclight Phoenix, piloted by Jens Lindborg. This is exciting. Oh, mate, I am loving this right now.
Nice piloting by Lindbergh this game 1.
I mean,
And in comes the Destroy Everything package.
I was about to say, could we quickly look at the sideboards, but I guess not.
Well, I have mine left. I think he took the wrong one.
I better go and tell him.
So I'll be right back.
You better go and give it to him before he starts giving someone else's deck list away. So, slight issue with the judge picking up the wrong deck list from the hub, but we have addressed that now thanks to Jens's mighty thighs. Unfortunately, Joel Larson isn't actually playing in this matchup. However, we do apparently now have a signed deck list of his, so eBay. Now we just missed the chance to read about the sideboards.
Yeah, but once again, Hesselman's sideboard is going to be pretty much straight up. One or two more Kaya's Wrath, 2 Cryo the Canarnium.
Cry the Canarium absolutely comes in here. As an X-Arc like Phoenix player in Standard, I can tell you that the Arc-like Phoenix sideboard deck plan is pretty standard.
And I will also almost promise that Lindbergh is siding in Negate or Spell Pierce or something like that.
Negate, Spell Pierce, Fiery Cannonade, which potentially might come in to try and deal with Hero Precinct 1 and the tokens. As well as, I think the best board in right here will most likely be 2 copies of Niv Mizzet Baron, a card that we have not seen on standard tables for quite a while, and I will be very, very happy to see. aren't Mind Stage mono commander players. I cannot
You
say
guys.
I cannot say how much commander they play at Mind Stage. I can guarantee you, Röda Goblin Spielboutique, we are mono commander players. Still, bronze medal, we'll take it.
Finale of Promise. What a card. Do you play that card in your Chandra deck?
Finale of Promise?
Hmm?
No. Normally, the thing with my particular version of the EH deck is I try to avoid exiling my instant and sorcery spells.
Oh.
Oh. Why can't you just throw them away? Let them see another day. Rain, rain, go away.
Rain, rain, go away.
Let the phoenix come to play. If he wiggles, let him
When do you
stay.
think the spoilers for M20 is going to come out?
We're in the middle of the hype train is up for Modern Horizons right now.
That's why I'm trying to get away from it.
We're probably not going to see Core 20 for 2 or 3 weeks, and we
Aw.
might get like something leak out. We've seen the core art with Chandra, which of course I was very happy about. But in terms of actual spoilers, don't expect anything for a little while yet. And I'm not even sure you can even expect a core set to shake up the format a huge amount.
I know.
It's not like they're gonna
I
put
think
a-
it's just gonna stabilize the red deck since so much is going to be.
I mean, we don't have rotation when core set comes out, so we will still have a lot of the same established cards until September, when whatever the next set comes out is. In that sense, we are going to have probably more of the same for a while. Core sets don't normally shake things up too much unless, they decide to put a buy a box promo as a standard legal card that's an instant time walk. I'm not salty. Ooh. That sounds great. So we have just been informed that we will, whoever decides to win this, we will be interviewing the winner. So we won't be. There will be. We as in Svenska Magic will be. 'Cause apparently we are Svenska Magic today.
Yeah.
There will be an interview with the winner, and it will be available as a VOD on YouTube. As well as some of the other winners that we've seen today have also had some interviews, which I'm assuming will be available. Some of the other winners' interviews that we've had.
On YouTube in a week or so.
They will be on YouTube in the week or so. So if you want to hear more from the BUM winners or the Legacy and Modern winners,
Or the Boys, which is us.
you want to hear more of us, just hang around here. We are here for the long haul.
Yep.
This is the SM finale, and it is Jens Lindberg. Is it Jens? Yeah. Jens Lindberg up 1-0 against Vidar Hesselman. 1-0 to Arclight Phoenix versus Esper. And I really don't want to sound biased here, right?
So don't.
so don't say anything.
No, go ahead.
No, but I've watched so much Esper this weekend. Is it bad that I love to see Arclight Phoenix doing well?
Well, no, but this also shows that.
I mean, I know
Esper
I
is-
kn- I understand.
Esper is so good at handling the red deck, so now it's interesting to see how it's going to handle complete the other deck.
I understand entirely that modern players are kind of sick of Arclight Phoenix right now, but in standard, give me that all day. Both players drawing their 7 cards. We will see.
Liliana.
Liliana stays in, apparently.
Yeah, it's a 6 mana destroy 2 arc like Phoenix.
6 mana destroy 2 Arclight Phoenixes, wait for them to come back. So again, you're more than likely
Pimp Swamp. The BUM has finished, and the winner was
Mind Stage.
Mind Stage
Mind Stage from
Gothenburg.
Gothenburg won the full event, taking down Dragon's Lair from Stockholm.
And the games we saw was
Both Mind Stage and Dragon's Lair beating out Red Goblin and Spill Boutique from Västerås and Prisvindet from Uppsala in the quarterfinals, in the semi-finals as the top 4 teams for this year.
Logtrap 99. Shout out to you for following us on Svenska Magic.
Thank you for the follow. You're probably not going to hear from us again for a while, but we thank you. Gens going down to 6. What are we finding? We're finding Drake, Mountain, Island, Mountain,
Wow.
Sulphur Falls. Oh. I mean, he gets a scry. It could be worse if he finds an opt on top. Most likely another land with that decision.
This could...
But I mean, the Esper deck's kind of slow, and you want to try and do some... Oh, there's the Niv Mizzet.
okay.
Sulphur Falls in tapped. He's going to try and bait that he doesn't have a large amount of lands, I guess. Or he could have just faked a shock. But then again, if he faked a shock, then he might have just had a Thought Erasure there. This is a very slow hand for Gens.
The Bellhound stays in.
Bellhound does stay. I suppose the 3 life is still worth it. You're worried about excessive amounts of burst damage from Crackling Drake and multiple Arclight Phoenixes. 3 life here and there goes a long way. That is Charter Course. That's a very good draw. Charter Course allowing him, of course, to draw 2 cards, then discard a card. And by discard a card, we mean discard an Arclight Phoenix. Legion Warboss apparently also making the cuts coming from the sideboard. Hesselman.
Thought Erasure.
Land Thought Erasure. That is unfortunate. That's either... What do you take here?
Someone gets Joel Larsen out in play. I think for the casters we made a 15-point list for the vast summer. It starts with ketchup. Anyway,
moving swiftly on. We don't associate with
ketchup people.
Brackled in chat.
Crackling Drake
takes the Drake, meaning he's probably not hugely worried about the Legion Warboss. Appears to be a Veto, an Ixalan's Binding. It's a fairy.
What? Did you say it's a fairy?
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Weird, isn't it?
Weird.
Go figure. The fairy's a very defining card of this meta. Gens, untap and draw.
That's a Tormenting Voice. Good play. A good card, but. Huh.
Tormenting Voice.
Legion of Oribus.
I believe Legion Warboss is still the play here. Decides to chuck a token in front of a token and pass turn. I fully understand that. Untaps and draws.
Guess it's standard, by the way.
No,
Another
modern Arclight Phoenix has taken a real twist.
Tormenting Voice goes to the graveyard.
So here's the thing: Vidar clearly indicating that he does not care about the Niv Mizzet. He knows he has the lands to be able to play it. Gens could potentially pick up that this means he has something like Ixalan's Binding in hand.
He has.
And that's just it. That is what he has. But the question
Another
is...
shorter course? Was that?
That was a radical idea.
It was? Oh, okay.
The most radical of ideas.
Oh. Ridiculous.
Card.
Crackling Drake.
Crackling Drake off the top. In with the token, blocks with the hero. Land pass. So the hand right now for gens appears to be Mountain, Crackling Drake, and Niv-Mizzet.
Big Teferi comes out.
Big Teferi comes out.
Draws a card. Untaps 2 lands and passes turn.
Apparently the Joe Larson tokens are official Wizards of the Coast memorabilia.
That's cool.
Thanks, Wizards. Thank you for putting me into an existential nightmare.
Shout out to Wizards of the Coast.
Shout out to Wizards of the Coast for making this game that we love and enjoy and love to make fun of as well.
Crackling Drake enters the battlefield, draws a card. It's time to swing a bit with the token, I guess.
"103 viewers. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us for this incredibly tense last game. Token decides to go in with the war boss as well. Hero more than happy to make that trade. In fact, ready to clean the board up.
Huh.
What has Vidal got in hand is the question.
I guess it
Untaps.
might be in. I think Vidar is waiting for the Arclight to hit the table so he can X-Lines bind that.
I don't think that particularly matters. That means he can't hardcast Arclight Phoenixes, but you can still get them back from the graveyard. Having a think.
Once again, we are at the finals here at the Linköping, the last game of a long weekend of Magic.
Down goes the Bellhorn. I believe he drew a Beacon Bolt. He did indeed draw a Beacon Bolt. Now Beacon Bolt could go to the graveyard or he could just discard the land. Let's the land go. His spell count in graveyard appears to be 3. Teferi says it's rewind time. Untaps, draws. Gens. Is that another Crackling Drake? I think that was another Crackling Drake. Keep it going, why don't you? He's going for the
There you go.
Niv-Mizzet. Now, we know that Vidar is just going to immediately X-Lance binding that. No questions asked. In for 3, putting Gens down to 13.
Bellhorn's doing its thing. Doing its thing.
Gens looking at stuff like that. Was Charter Course, I believe. Because Gens would also like to try and set it up so that he can get his Arclight. If he can set up the Arclight Phoenix,
Comes the Crackling Drake.
draws a card.
Another Crackling.
Has he gone? Yeah, so he drew. Wait. So which one was the Crackling Drake he tucked away?
I think it was the one they drew now.
Crackling Drake, yeah. Small Teferi bounces Crackling Drake. Silica Bellhorn goes in for 3. Believe putting Jens down to 10. Draws a card. What was that? Can't see anything. Shot course. What secrets do you have? I must know.
Okay, so that's...
Please. I need this. I'm an old man.
Short of course.
Shot course draws 2 cards.
Land. Augur
Could have been,
Bolas.
could have been Augur that you drew the first time as well. Because I can't particularly tell from the artwork. He keeps
The first
obscuring-
spell.
Keeps obscuring that card. Disdainful stroke, okay. Contemplating what to discard.
Okay. Crackling Drake goes down the graveyard.
Well, one of them does.
Yeah. The one of them. Radical idea.
Oh, he's going for the Phoenix. Discards disdainful stroke, draws a card. So he's gone Chalk Horse. Then he's going to be able to do the Beacon Bolt. Beacon Bolt.
Veto.
Don't think it matters. Well, I mean, he might want to save his guy, but this is where he just gets the Phoenix back. Probably kills Small Fairy. That one can't be vetoed. Small Fairy goes down. I don't believe Arclight Phoenix runs particularly the bounce
Cry
phase.
of the Canonium.
Cry of the Canarium on a single Phoenix seems weird.
Liliana.
Liliana making
Oh.
a zombie. That's a very big swing. Untaps 2 lands. To Fairy and Liliana in play. This is not the brightest outlook. Silver falls off the top for gems. Ogre of Bolas.
He has an opt, he has an shot a course, and another crackling drake.
Goes for the opt.
This is a great match, by the way.
Oh, totally. Has a look, puts another bottom, draws a card. Or a boss. I believe he's looking at negate.
Negate.
Negate, I
Yeah,
said.
I thought you said negate.
Negate lightning strike and legion.
Negate.
Nugget.
Negate.
I believe he took the negate.
Better?
Duress off the top.
Well, Liliana is one of the ult.
Yes, this does seem like a very difficult position for Jens to be in. And there is... No, he's just untapping.
Yep. Draws card for turn. Looking at it. Looking at a Legion War Boss.
Untaps. This is probably the Drake here. Down comes the Drake, draws a card. Spell Pierce.
A bit late.
Sulphur Falls.
Legion. Legion
War
War
Boss.
Boss. Yep, so is it the Liliana ult,
Liliana-
or is he gonna
Liliana's
tick it
ult
up
is-
once?
Liliana's ult
Yeah,
is
he
minus
is taking
9, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Tucking.
Tucks the Drake. So, Jens has a lot of mana here. What does he do with it is the question. He needs to find some burst phoenixes. Spell Pierce is not doing too much when your opponent has
A
literally
bazillion
a
mana.
bajillion mana.
Yeah, there it is.
There's a
Game.
concession. That is
game
1-1.
2
We are going to game 3 here at the Linköping Swedish Nationals.
Yeah, Vidar held the control, was able to remove the threats from the from the game, tucking away the crackling drakes before they attacked, and kept the Arclight Phoenix under control,
Jens,
removing it from
Jens,
game.
you see at the end, they're taking a bit of a stretch. I think we should all take a bit of a stretch. This has
That was a
been
long
an
day.
intense weekend of Magic.
Whew, we're starting to feeling it behind the desk here, but we can manage one more game.
I mean, this is our first time doing this. I believe we would be happy. I would at least be happy to do this again. We've had a great time with this.
Yeah, and you guys have been so nice with us. Well,
Very
we've
patient.
yeah, we've been talking a lot of stuff that wasn't right, but you guys have been helping us out, and we've been taking it in. And thank you so much for following us. All you 113 viewers right now watching us.
113 people ready to watch the final match between Jens and Vidar to decide who will be this year's SM winner.
Yeah, and I'm doing my best in my second language, third actually, since I'm from Colombia.
Is
I don't-
Colombian a language?
I'm from Colombia. We're talking Spanish.
Is Colombian like? It's been a very long day.
Is Colombia language?
Is Colombia a language? Wow. I mean,
I don't speak.
There's,
I don't,
a
I don't
reason we're
speak.
going. I'm the reason we're going for the English here. You know, I'm.
I mean, I don't speak Spanish, but
Are you practicing your signature on these papers?
it looks like I'm doing something important.
So yes, we are allowing the players a little bit of time to finish their sideboarding again, and hopefully very soon we will be back with some more coverage.
Third and final game. I mean,
The
the final should
final
be
game.
3 games, right?
Post board. Who are we favouring here?
Post board. Let's say that the Arc-like Phoenix deck has a better chance of getting away with the shenanigans they're doing before the sideboarding.
Absolutely.
And after the sideboarding, I would say that, yeah, I think Esper has a slight advantage,
Slide edge.
since they are able to remove the cantrips from the Arc-light deck to be able to trip off. That's my humble opinion.
I can understand that. I'm most definitely not. I could be more well versed in the cards of Standard. I mean, I'm just a regular Magic
Joe.
player who's just
Regular Joe.
who's just asked one day, "Hey, do you feel like I'm up for doing some casting?" But we will see.
We are evolving as we're doing this, so
Mm.
and also thanks so much for
This opportunity was a great one.
Thank you so much. Westeros represent.
We'll be back home soon, boys. Don't you worry. So again, just a recap for those of you who might have missed, we've had over the space of the past few days, we've had ourselves our modern championship,
Legacy Championship.
Then we had some team unified standard,
Yeah. The regular
standard, 2 drafts. Going into today, we had 3 more rounds of regular standard,
yeah.
followed by
The top 8
the top 8
and the top 4
and the top 4,
and now the final.
and now 3 days of culmination has come to this point, and
And it's been really, really fun.
it's been a blast.
It's been really, really fun.
Like, if anyone ever gets the chance to just, even doing it at home, maybe not just go to a convention and do it, just watch someone do a draft and try and think about what you would pick in their situation.
Yeah, and I can see, and I can appreciate the focus that this player has when they're playing, since all the static abilities on the Planeswalker right now is making my head spin around thinking about it. The Narset, you cannot draw cards. The Kasmina, it says it costs more to
Especially
kill
when
stuff.
you've got like
It's been so much.
Kasmina and Dovin in play at the same
Oh, yeah,
time.
oh,
There
okay.
are some things that cost 3 more to cast. It's like,
Almost like you want to have a judge behind and say, "Can I do this?
am I allowed to?
I don't want a warning, but
Please
can I
help
do
me."
this? Can I kill that without
it's like
getting
now,
a warning?"
like Dovin in particular, I'm now sitting here thinking to myself, have I ever messed up on that static ability?
You probably have.
I probably
I have.
and just
I
not
have.
thought about it. Like, and just cast something through because neither me nor my opponent has actually went, oh yeah.
So, Danny, after this weekend, after all this magic that we've been watching and commenting on, are you thinking about building a new deck? Trying something else?
Again, I'm sitting here slightly regretful that I sold my playset of Arclight Phoenixes this weekend.
Yep.
Because seeing the Phoenix deck in the final seems really, really cool. It seemed kind of
It has-
gimmicky
oh.
the first time I saw it, the new version with Finale of Promise, but clearly it's not just a gimmick, being able to take its way all the way up to the final.
I mean, I haven't seen all the spreadsheets of all the deck lists. I mean, how many? It would be fun to see how many Arclight Phoenix decks that were participating in this tournament.
I don't think there are a huge amount of
No,
them.
I don't think so either.
I think it would be equally fun to find out how many Esper decks there were at this tournament.
You think? I'll give
Because
you
then
that. It's
then
more.
then I
It's
could
more than
just-
5.
Then I could justify my
Of
complaining.
85 players, I can guarantee
It's
there's
just-
more than 5.
I mean, I don't really complain. I do it for the bit, but it's unreal the amount of coverage we ended up giving to Esper and Mono Red,
Oh yeah.
because those were the decks that were just winning.
I mean,
And then we get to the BUM finals, and then we've got blue green. What was it? Blue green versus Gokari mid range.
blue green thief theft deck.
You blue green theft, and then you go over to the finals here, and then suddenly there's an Arclight Phoenix deck, and it's like, where was all this stuff in the
Yeah.
middle of it?
Exactly, but I remember the first two games that we were casting was Mono Red versus Esper. After that was Mono Red versus Esper. After that was like, is there any way that we can get
There was
anything else but Mono Red and Esper? And then we had
Our first 3 games cast this weekend were Mono Red versus Esper, Simic Nexus versus Esper, and then
Yeah.
Mono Red versus Esper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we went into day 2, and we had more Mono Red and more Esper, and we appeared to be. Wow. Okay.
Okay, we're back in action.
No. Oh man. We
Okay.
appear to have missed a few things.
Okay, so let's recap this. So we have had 3 lands. We have two thought erasures, and we
So-
have had 1 Lyra Dawnbringer and in the
Tormenting Voice, Pitches, and Islands Draw.
so 2 thought
Finale of
erasures,
Promise,
removing
Shard of Course.
Crackling Drake and 1 hour of the finale.
Sulphurfall's Charter Course. Drawing 2. Discarding a card. That card is an island.
We don't need no lands. This is magic.
Vidar.
Nothing like Dragon Ball.
So it appears to be
Another
another Thought Erasure in hand though.
Niv Mizzet and
Finale. Nimizit Finale Mountain. For Vidar, I'm seeing Teferi Land and something. Could be. Takes notes. Takes the Finale. Again, indicating he's probably not too worried about the Niv Mizzet.
Five taps for 5. Big Teferi enters the battlefield. Ticking up, I pursue. And gets a land. Untaps 2 lands and pass turn. Drawing a card. Was that a land?
No
Yeah,
land.
land.
Steam vents. Here's a Parun. I'm
Sulfur
assuming that he's just gonna. He's gonna tick up. Does he have the X-Lines binding? No, he has the small Teferi to bounce. Okay. Wow.
I mean, the Teferi has been doing
Super
their works this weekend.
Super
Oh,
Teferi brothers.
wow.
Well, I
The
mean,
T-Bros.
if Jens
He has an
now-
X-Lance binding. He has a veto in his hand.
Does he have binding in hand?
Yes, he has.
Oh, that's not good.
Or I would say it's really, really good.
Nivi comes down again, landing
Come
tapped
on,
and pass.
to face the binding of the Ixalan. Another veto? Alright, okay.
Binding on the Nimizit. Untaps 2 lands and passes.
And we have one of the judges singing in the background.
Legion War Boss. At least that hopefully will prevent Big Teferi from ultimating this turn sooner. 3 mana, drops the War Boss. So Veto, Wrath. Of course you can flash in Eyes Wrath. No!
So this is what the Teferi does. The small Teferi. You are able to cast instants in sorcery speed, which is in itself is not broken at all.
So this is...
You mean a draw step Thought Erasure? That's fun, right?
Is that Thought Erasure in hand?
No, I just mean that would be fun, right?
There appears to be another Kai's Wrath in hand though. I guess he has to shock Big Teferi here, but he's just going to veto it. And then Ultimate Teferi.
Oh, wow.
And that'll be it.
I think that Vidar is on its way to claim this actually, because this is, I mean, there it is.
There is the concession.
Vidar Hesselman.
Vidar Hesselman,
The
your
winner.
SM champion for
Playing
2019.
such a solid game.
That was some really solid magic there. I mean, statistically, you know, Esper. You know, there were so many Esper decks. At some point, one of them had to win, right? Well played as well to Jens, though. Congratulations on bringing Arclight Phoenix
To
of
the
all things to
finals.
the final.
Wow.
I am very, very impressed.
Well, folks, friends and unfriends,
Friends and unfriends.
this is it.
This was the last round.
This was the
This
last
was the
game.
end of the big tournament here at Lincon.
At Linköping.
Your champion, your Boutiques Master Sculpts champions are Team Mindstorm. Was it Mindstorm?
Mindstorm.
And your
My head is
SM
quite mushy right now. I think
yeah,
it's Mind
it's,
Stage.
it's Mind
Mind
Stage. Man, I need some
Brainstorm.
sleep. Team Brainstorm, Team Brainstorm, and then
Team
of
Mind
course,
Stage.
and then of course Vidar right now taking home the trophy as our SM champion for the year.
All right. Okay, guys.
So-
Thank you so much for watching this with us, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your patience while we were talking stuff that we didn't
Thank
even
you
know
very
about.
much. Thank you very much to Svenska Magic for the opportunity to be able to come up and do this. This
Yeah.
has been incredibly fun, and I'm hoping that we will see you guys sooner rather than later.
High five, man.
Take care,
We're out.
everyone.
Peggy 12.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall